Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings French Blue Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide body aircraft in a 1/200 scale model in the flaps up version. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Troy's Toys, whose store is based out of Overland Park, Kansas, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.troystoysinc.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share some information about French Blue and how it became rebranded as French B. French Blue, now rebranded as French B, is a French-based low-cost airline that was founded and established sometime in 2016 by the Dubras Group, who also owns another French-based carrier, F-HREU, and officially commenced operations on September 10, 2016, with the airline's first inaugural flight was from Paris-Orly to Punta Cana. Then fast forward to November 2017, while the airline was operating as French Blue at the time, French Blue actually applied with the United States Department of Transportation for a foreign carrier's permit to begin operation in the United States, only to be met with raised objections from another airline, American-based carrier JetBlue Airways in particular, for serving the country that bears the same word blue in its name. And as a result, the airline temporarily renamed it to simply French before the airline officially announced on January 30, 2018, that it was rebranded officially to what has become known today as French B. Whereas the corporate headquarters of French Blue, now rebranded as French B, is actually located in the Dubras offices building, which is located in the Bellevue Survey area of Bellevigny, Vingy, France, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Paris-Orly Airport, which is located approximately 8.1 miles south of Paris, France, in the southern Paris suburb of Orly. As of January 2019, or at the time of this video review posting, French Blue, now rebranded as French B, flies to 5 destinations in the Dominican Republic, France, and the United States with an operating fleet of 3 aircraft, which includes 1 Airbus A330-300 and 2 Airbus A350-900XWBs, including this one. And in addition to the 3 aircraft that currently operates in the French Blue, now rebranded as the French B fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 2 more aircraft, which includes 1 more Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide-body aircraft and 1 Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide-body aircraft. And those aircraft, as we speak, are on back order currently and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of January 2019, or at the time of this video review posting, the airline certification rating for French Blue, now rebranded as French B, unfortunately was not available at the time of this video review posting, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. And the Airbus destination code for French B, French Blue, now rebranded as French B on this particular aircraft, is 94X. Alright folks, let's take a look at the front of the box here, and what you see up there at the top is the aircraft type, the A350XWB, the French Blue title, as well as the airline's logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information at the lower part of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, which I find very impressive, and what you see is the French Blue title, the airline's logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the length and the width of the aircraft, and the specifications concerning this aircraft, the warning information, as well as the JC Wings logo that sits here on the lower part of the front of the box, back of the box. Sorry about that. Anyway, you can pause and read that if you like. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep this moving. All right. Now you're looking at the top of the box, and you see the aircraft type, the French Blue title, the airline's logo, as well as the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model that sits on the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on, but you look over here to the right, there's 2 versions. There's the flaps up version, and then there's the flaps down version. This is the one I'm going to do the review on, okay? As well as the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information that sits at the bottom of the box. Now you're looking at this nice little metal model stand that actually came with the model, and then you see the nice little black padding on that model stand. The purpose of that black padding, folks, is to prevent and protect your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model in this particular model stand. Now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement door featuring the two little toothpicks for this particular model. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the purpose of these gear replacements for this particular model, okay? Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of French Blue, now rebranded as French B, how they came about, all the details here at the front of the box here, as well as the specification information that sits at the back of the box, plus the model stand that actually came with the model, plus the gear replacement that sits inside this plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Check it out. There it is, the JC Wings French Blue, now branded as French B, Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide body aircraft, and a 1/200 scale model in the flaps up version. Alright, let me give you some information how this aircraft became part of the French B fleet. French Blue, now officially rebranded as French B, became the 13th carrier respectively to acquire this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as French Blue, now officially branded as French B, took delivery of its first of 3 Airbus A350-900XWBs extra wide-body aircraft that the French Blue had placed orders for back on July 10, 2015, and received their very first Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide-body aircraft, which bears the registration ship number F-HREU, which happened to be this aircraft here, on August 22, 2017, and the airline's first inaugural flight on this iconic jetliner took place on the same day when it flew from Paris-Orly Airport in Paris, France, to Roland Garros Airport in Sainte, Denis, Reunion, France, alternating with the Airbus A330-300 that's also utilized on this particular route, as the low-cost carrier's fleet of Airbus A350-900XWBs are currently based and operated mostly from the low-cost carrier's operating hub at Paris-Orly Airport, as this aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the French-based carrier, along with the forthcoming Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide-body aircraft sometime in the foreseeable future. Now let's talk about the livery scheme that's displayed on this aircraft you see here. This is the actual livery scheme for French Blue, now branded as French B, as the airline's livery scheme, as well as its logo, is based around a stylized blue butterfly, which symbolizes joy, happiness, and beauty, whereas the blue tones that display across the fuselage of the aircraft is a reflection that represents the blue sky and the sea. So, with all that information out of the way about the history of this aircraft, how it became part of their fleet, as well as the livery scheme you see displayed here on this aircraft, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door, EU, the pitot tubes and the static ports, the nose cone, and then there's the pitot tubes above the nose cone, and then there's the cockpit windows and the windshield wipers. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those later on in the review. But more important is the French flag decal you see displayed here underneath the cockpit window. This actual flag decal represents the country where French Blue, now rebranded as French B, currently operates from as one of the major flag carrier airlines for the country of France. And then you see the airline's logo next to the L1 boarding door, which is this right here. This is the logo for French Blue, now rebranded as French B, which resembles that of a butterfly, as this logo can also be seen on the engine cowling, there, inside of the blended winglet, there, as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft. There it is. Awesome. Alright, and next to the airline's logo, which I mentioned, which resembles that of a butterfly, you see the French Blue billboard title that's in multicolored blues right there, which is pretty unique, as well as the inboard landing light right there. I'm going to give you a better visual view of that later on as well. Okay, I know I forgot to do something. The airline's title name, you see French Blue and billboard title there. When this particular airline first began operating back in 2016, it was officially operated as French Blue and operated under that airline's name until January 30th, 2018, as this airline was officially rebranded as French B. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to send the aircraft here on the port side, where behind here you see the landing bogey gears here on the port side of the aircraft, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. And then the nice little engines here, the engine cones featuring the airline's logo and painted in the light blue engine column there. These are the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 84 type engines that are used on this particular French Blue, now rebranded as French B Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide body aircraft. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines and the turbo fan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here, featuring the engine stripes right there, and the turbo fan blades do spin. Let's check that out. Perfect. Then you see the inboard landing lights right there, the front visual view, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side, and the engine stripes right there, and the turbo fan blade spin over here as well, as you can see there. And then there's the inboard landing light right there on the starboard side, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side as well, featuring the landing gear struts as well as landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the pitot tubes below the cockpit windows and above the nose cone, the nose gear door. Unfortunately, there's no nose gear lights for this particular aircraft model, but it is what it is. But you got the nose gear struts as well as the front nose gears. Alright, now you're looking at the wingtip device here on the port side of the aircraft, and these wingtip devices are actually called blended winglets. And these blended winglets were made from composite materials, and the purpose of these blended winglets is to improve the overall efficiency of the aircraft, resulting in saving fuel, lowering noise emissions, and improving takeoff performance at the same time. These blended winglets also has a 31.9 degree sweep angle, helping to increase the cruise speed to Mach 0.85 to a maximum operating speed to a Mach 0.89. The blended winglets for the Airbus A350 were produced at the Airbus Broughton factory, known as a specialist facility that's located in Houghton, Flintshire, Wales, which lies near the border of England and Wales. Alright, you also see the red navigation light right there next to that blended winglet. Now I'm going to let you see the front angle of this blended winglet, how it's swept at a 31.9 degree sweep angle. Check it out. Now you're looking at the front visual view of the blended winglet here, how it's swept in a 31.9 degree sweep angle, how it's swept there, which is impressive. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the AFT boat bin door right there. But more important, you see the Airbus A350-900 decal. French Blue, now rebranded as French B, became the 13th carrier overall that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, receiving their very first one, which bears the registration ship number F-HREU, which is this aircraft here, on August 22nd, 2017. And at the time of this video review posting, French Blue, now rebranded as French B, is one of 22 carriers around the world that currently operate the Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide-body aircraft in their fleets as well. Alright, we still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and right above the windows and next to the L4 door, you see the registration ship number F-HREU. Registration ship number F-HREU. This aircraft is the very first of 3 Airbus A350-900XWBs that actually entered the French Blue, which is now rebranded as the French B fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on June 20, 2014, and was delivered to French Blue on August 22, 2017, then was rebranded as French B on January 30, 2018. Alright, now you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, you see that the airline's logo resembles that of a butterfly. Okay. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you see there is the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right there, and there is a hole right there. And underneath the APU exhaust hole is 2 little dots right there. Those are the strobe lights. Now you're looking at the French Blue, now rebranded as French B Airbus A350-900XWB from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the front nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, EU, the Peter tubes and the static ports, the nose cone, the Peter tubes right there above the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the French flag decal. The airline's logo resembles that of a butterfly. The French blue billboard title, which is no more, is now French B. The front cargo container loading door right there. The inboard landing light. The Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 84 type engines here. The engine cone, the airline's logo right there on the engine cowling, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the port side, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the blended winglet here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that sits next to the blended winglet. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo container loading door, the Airbus A350-900 decal, the registration ship number, as well as the airline's logo, which resembles as a butterfly that's painted on this side of the tail fin of the aircraft. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. It rolls pretty good. So far, so good. The gears does tilt. So does the front nose gears. Right there, there, and there. Alright, so with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front, where you see the nose cone, the Peter tubes above the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pilot escape hatch door, the anti-collision beacon light, the Wi-Fi box antenna there. You see the French blue billboard tiles on both sides of the aircraft, as well as the logo, the high frequency antenna, ADF antenna in 3D, and then you see an antenna there, another antenna, and then there's the vertical stabilizer along with the horizontal stabilizer right there. No illuminator lights. Okay. Alright, wow. I'm shocked. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Now let's look at the wings here. Then you see the engines there. The engine stripe, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoiler. There's the warning information right there. The fuel dump valve, as well as the blue painted winglet featuring the airline's logo on the blended winglet. Now let's check out this side here. No wing walkway, but there's the engines right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers right there. There's the warning information right there. The fuel dump valve, as well as the blue painted winglet, blended winglet on this side of the aircraft, featuring the airline's logo painted on this blended winglet as well. Alright, I usually start from left to right, but on this particular aircraft, I'm going to start from right to left, okay? Because of the billboard tower that sits underneath the belly view of this aircraft, as you're seeing now. See the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, as well as the open nose gear door, the front nose gear. Then you slide up this way. See the French blue title, as well as the airline's logo. And then you see the anti-collision beacon light right there in between the H, and then there's the hole where the stand goes in at. And then you come up this way. Okay, look, cotton off there, water off there. Okay, that's alright. Alright. And then APU housing doors right there, as well as the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears here. Alright, the gears there, the engines there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you, the fuel dump valve, as well as the blended winglet. Let's come over this side here. The gears over here, they tilt as well. Get that cotton off there. Alright, as well as the engines there, and then you have the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you, the fuel dump valve, as well as the registration ship number, as well as the blended winglet on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put on that nice little metal white model stand that actually came with the model. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Alright, I had a little challenge getting that model on that model stand, but it's on there pretty good. No problem, no hesitation so far other than that. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being displayed on the port side. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the front view angle. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the starboard side. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed in a takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model off the stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is that the magnetic detachable gears on this particular model, I'm going to go ahead and take them off, starting with the front nose gear right here. The magnetic, you see there, the gears here on the port side there, as well as the gears here on the starboard side there. Alright, since I got all the gears off this model, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle without the gears. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're seeing this model being displayed on the model being viewed in flight mode position. Now you got one or two options how you want to continue to display your model from this point on. If you want to choose to display it like that without the gears in flight mode position, that is fine. Now you see these little gear replacement doors featuring the two little toothpicks that I showed you early on. That's the purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can keep it in the gear down position with the gears on there. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. The French Blue, now rebranded as French B, Airbus A350-900XWB extra wide-body aircraft, seats 411 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 5 to 9, which will be from here to about right here. You have 35 premium economy class seats, and rows 11 to 50, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 376 economy class seats, which brings a total of 411 seats. And finally, French Blue, now rebranded as French B, currently employs the Airbus A350-900XWB's extra wide-body aircraft on routes from Paris-Orly, the Sainte Denis de la Reunion, San Francisco, California, and Papeete via San Francisco, California. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can get your hands on it. I believe Easy Toys and Waffle Collectors, they both still had this model available for purchase. And you can probably get it on eBay as well. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.